Are we live?
Yes, ma'am.
We are live. Hello, everybody. We on live.
Hey.
I'm so melanin in the room.
Oh, look at this.
So welcome everybody. If y'all can hear me, this is the Red Room Talk Adult Fun Factory. I am loveologist Nita Love, and I have such my amazing, just special guests. I just love these ladies. They got me laughing all the time. Just good energy. Yeah. So I'm gonna have them first and foremost say their name and their, I guess, title before we get started. So we'll start Juliet first, and we'll move this way.
All right, my name is Juliet Wise. I am a sex trauma and intimacy therapist.
My name is Chelsea, and I'm a life coach and licensed cosmetologist.
I'm Kai. I'm a doula.
Okay.
Just one thing.
I'm Dr. Sharose. I'm a pelvic floor physical therapist and business coach.
I'm JQ. I'm a serial entrepreneur, e-commerce, CEO, and a holistic health and wellness professional.
Oh, you better.
Period. Okay. So, y'all know we bring to the Red Room Talk. I'm sending information. I'm inviting my people. So, first of all, thank y'all for coming tonight. If y'all have questions, this is a panel podcast. So, this is the time that y'all drop down low. Y'all ask questions. We do have a lot of pre-questions that we put out to just kind of, hey, this is what y'all want to talk about. What do y'all want to talk about? So I don't know how many questions. We might not get to them all, but we will definitely hit on some hot topics tonight. So we'll go ahead and get started. Y'all ready?
Oh my goodness.
Already.
We ready. I think they saw the red room and they're like, what's in the handcuffs?
Listen.
About them ropes.
Rose. Oh,
the ropes. I should have brought them.
Already.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So for the people that get on my live weekly, y'all already know this live is dedicated. This podcast, the Red Room Talk, the Red Room Talk is a podcast that's mostly talk about love, intimacy, sex, and connection, relationship talk. Y'all know we just ain't gonna give y'all jewels. This is not a platform we're gonna talk negative. This is when we really out here to give and teach and talk and kind of give back to the world. So if you all here tonight, y'all already know our vibe is just where it is. So we getting ready. So our first that came in from us was a question about digital dating. Okay.
Digital dating.
We're going to start off with the single platform first. So we'll go there first. When you talk about digital dating, y'all, we talking about, as they say, how to navigate through the complexities of having a relationship in 2023. That's just
okay. The end.
Having a relationship in 2023 on top of social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Tinder. Y'all know how it works, and so intimacy through electronics. That's a big thing right now, right?
Ooh.
Yes. So for me, I'm just gonna put my age out there, but when I grew up, you just didn't have that, so you had to literally court a little bit, So I think the courting is kind of messed up. So let's get Dr. Sharose.
Oh, what? Y'all know I'm married. I don't know about this dating in the digital age.
But do you have single friends that complain about that?
Absolutely. And what I see is that they're saying that the things that people are doing to kind of court people now is like liking a post, and that's supposed to be like, I like you. Or like commenting and being
like a post?
You gotta like all of them.
Well,
go down the line. Double tap. Okay. Just go way back to the future.
That's right. That's
creepy.
I was just about to say that's creepy.
Right? That's what they do. That's how they shoot
their listen, kind of.
So I don't know. So what do y'all think about the digital side of it? And do y'all think that it's
She hates it. Okay.
Loud and clear.
So would you like to talk about
I
it?
do. I like it.
Well, I'm a vibe person. I hate trying to make conversation via digital. I
Okay.
need to be able to observe you. I need to see you.
Yes.
And probably that's bad. I'm naturally a therapist, so I want to see. And
Mm.
more of my conversation is an observation. So I keep having to ask questions to figure out what I'm going to say next.
Mhm.
It's too much for me. It's overwhelming.
Okay, but you said you like it.
Overwhelming. So we're gonna put that as
Okay.
the number one thing for this question is that overwhelming. Someone said, really just are there rules
Yes.
to digital dating?
Oh,
Is it?
I mean,
yeah.
I think so too. I like digital dating, especially during the courtship and getting to know one another. It gives you the opportunity to is that me?
Like, what was that? Yeah,
I
don't
know. Something
Okay,
happened
well,
in the red room.
I think it gives you the opportunity to learn a little bit about a person, especially their facade, what their presentation is, so that you have a little bit of a preconception about that person too. And I think it's also a great filter because what you
Not
see
filter.
online and then what you really get to meet in person, if they're two different things, that's already a red flag.
Ooh.
But at the same time, it gives you some insight on how that person operates. For someone like me, digital is great because I still get to communicate with you, learn about you, without having to be in your presence.
Okay.
Without having to, because you can, I do a lot of online virtual dating where we have virtual dates. Literally,
Yeah.
we meet each other online. We have conversation. It forces you to be very high-level communication.
Right.
Okay.
Because if your text reads one way and that's not what it was meant to read, then you have to be really great at communicating in
Right.
order to get it through words and not just get it through what you look like.
Right.
That's
Okay,
true.
So
all
those
right.
are all pros.
Yes. She done
Okay.
got it.
Right. So we have one side of it that feel that maybe it's a disconnect because you can't see, you can't connect, and I would say like touching, or you can't read body language, or you really don't know a person. And JQ was like, no, you can really get to know a person like
Yeah.
digital. And then I think it goes further. Like that's the part of digital dating that one time you had to date people only in your city, and where I grew up. No, like everybody was I think I was kidding half of my city. I'm not gonna lie, like, I was kidding everybody. I was like, this a cousin.
Oh my goodness.
My auntie, like, am I kidding him? So I think dating for me, then you got to the city, you have to date around the same dating pool, which then, led to more problems because you may be dating someone who knew something or knows somebody or whatever. So that's a benefit, I think, to digital dating or, different platforms. If it's, that you're able to get to know people. And one of my closest friends I actually met off of Instagram a long time ago, and we're still friends to this day.
No, I do like Instagram. Yeah, Instagram is great for connections and like meeting people. Yeah,
I met
networking.
all y'all on Instagram.
Oh, that's right.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
So except for Juliet and all the rest of y'all I did meet on
Okay.
Instagram.
That's right.
So we're gonna move on to the next question. The next question we have here is monogamy. And for the people online that don't know what monogamy is, it's dating one single person.
That's it.
So this
Just
says,
one.
is this realistic to expect one person to fit all of your needs? So I posted this question to get some feedback to say, is monogamy difficult, right? So is it difficult? And everybody responded back, no.
Really?
Like, it was weird because I was expecting people to be like, yeah, like this, but honestly it was no. Like, I can see myself being with one person. Do y'all think that the now expectation of sexual involvement changes that? Like,
Yes.
we talking about involvement as well as sexual positivity, like getting out and exploring your sexuality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Can one person do that for a person?
If they're willing.
If they're willing.
They're willing.
Yeah, I would say I think one person
Okay, so I
can.
put that to it. I heard that.
If
If
they're
they're
willing.
willing, you got somebody that's willing to be spontaneous? Is that what y'all saying? Or if they're willing to be everything that you need?
Or if you know
try.
it's
Flexible.
right.
Or just willing to be. You know, like you said, you have to be with someone who's optimistic, I feel like, especially when you're sexually exploratory. So if you're not a sexual exploratory person, you don't need anybody that's optimistic. It's easy to be monogamous. it's not easy to be monogamous when the person that you're with is not exploratory.
Yeah.
So that causes you want to discover things, and if that person you don't want to discover them with, well, heck yeah, it's hard to be monogamous. But if you mesh with someone who has the same vibe as you and does have exploratory, wants to discover things and is in a safe space, they're a safe person.
Yes.
Those are factors that need to be involved. We can't just down here be humping and jumping.
Right.
Humping and jumping. That's
Hold on, we got the whole movement and everything.
But if you're with a safe person,
You're right.
I think that sexual monogamy can exist, but there has to be some type of optimism and boundaries within the relationship.
Yes, boundaries.
So the reason why this question came up, I think it was because of the person that kind of tell me the deep down was because relationships, over 46% of them deal in badly because they expect their partner to be all.
I think
I'm sorry.
All mental, all they need for emotion, all they need for sex, all that you need.
That's an insecurity
That's-
off the chop.
that's
You can't expect
unrealistic.
Nobody to be nothing and all of that for you, whether it's somebody you dating, your
Yes.
friend, your mom, and your dad. You need to have your own stuff together, not be looking for
That
other
part.
people to have everything for you. That's
Thank
just
you.
crazy. If you out there looking for that quit,
that was a direct message. That was a direct.
She looked right at the
Stop
camera.
right
you're
now.
not gonna find that.
But
You're not gonna find everything in one person.
You're not, but
Yeah.
I think that's unhealed, right? Mentality or expectations, because when you don't know truly what's going on with yourself, you expect to find that, or you look to find that in somebody else.
Facts.
So they're I need you to be this person, I need you to do this for me, I need you to show up here, but you don't know really what you need, and you're unhealed in the things that you're expecting out of this person. So that's what that sounds like to me. Like when we're talking about monogamy and someone's searching for something, or they're hiding something, or they're running from something within themselves.
Right.
So that's what I see, like when I think of monogamy and why it can be difficult. That shit is hard.
Yeah.
Like I'd have been with my husband, what we done into 15 years. It is difficult because people look good out here.
You can
Right? You can just
be
look.
out there like,
But I'm like, okay, what am I running from? What am I looking for? There's something that you're trying to either run away from, hide from, that may be causing those feelings of yeah.
And I think sometimes also when I talk about willingness, people are not willing to discover what the other person is interested in.
yes.
And so monogamy becomes hard when you have a rigid partner.
Yes.
And I mean rigid in the space of not opening yourself up to different things in sexuality because of religion is a big one.
Right.
A lot
Religion's
of people
huge.
in religion are not having good sex.
Yep.
Some of them are.
I agree with that. A lot of people. I love God. I do too.
And God wants you to enjoy yourself.
God wants you
I
to
love
love.
sex. That's the only way we can God. I love God.
I'll drink to that.
That's the only way we can produce. I mean, I got to enjoy. I want to be able to enjoy it while I'm
Yes.
producing.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm not producing.
That part.
Producing more babies. I'm producing something.
Right, you're right.
I'm not doing it for no reason.
No.
You understand? There's got to be an end result that
Producing
I'm liking.
pleasure.
Producing pleasure,
Mm.
producing
Yeah.
babies, producing orgasm. It doesn't matter.
Ooh.
Something on the end of it is being
You're right.
produced.
Listen,
Yeah.
something
And I
is
want it
being
to be
produced.
positive experience.
Yeah.
I just don't think God would give me something like that, or
Ooh.
even put something, allow us to experience that if it wasn't meant to be pleasurable. Now we have
Exactly.
taken it to a whole nother realm.
Ooh.
And of course, anything good can be bad based on
Right.
the perspective
And
how
frequency.
it's executed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, I think sex and religion can definitely go together. But just
Absolutely.
like Juliet said, it has to be a place of optimism and a place of respect
And willing.
And willing.
and willing.
Because I think women, and I'm sorry if I'm talking too much.
Now, what? Don't you apologize.
Women are not often given a space to stand in our freedom and our sexuality.
Yes.
And so then women are in relationships with, what is the word I'm looking for? Patriarchic, macho, with all this foolishness.
Yeah.
And so then you can't express yourself freely in your sexuality.
Yes.
So then we get afraid to say, this makes me come, this makes me experience this, and other, because you may silently we're judged.
Right.
And so I think that is a challenge in monogamy because oftentimes, men be like, oh, women cheat more than men. Possibly.
Probably.
Possibly.
But I think
We all like.
They just good at
I
it.
mean, y'all think we give it out well here.
Everybody has.
I'm not a cheater.
Mm.
I'm not a cheater.
But I think about that. So God made our bodies, and this is not me being biblical or anything like that. I just feel like the clitorial, right, is for the people out there. I'm gonna drop this jewel for you. It has 8,000 nerve endings.
Yes,
It's so many.
And the only purpose of it
It's
Pleasure.
is pleasure.
It's pleasure.
So, like,
Amen.
Amen. That's a part of the body.
Right.
Like nerve stimulation that releases dopamine and happy feelings.
Serotonin.
That is what it's for. That's why there's
And
so
all
many of
created
them.
by.
That's right.
So I got questions. I'll be like, well, what
What am I supposed to do with this?
Connect
I
with it.
really figured it out. Now you're mad at me. Okay. So, Key, you have anything to say about monogamy or Letty? No.
I'm married, so I can only say
But-
so much.
Yeah, but just speaking as in fitting
Yeah.
and having all that you need from your partner.
Yeah.
Do you think a part of that comes from yourself? A lot of it comes from you, like the things that you need.
A lot of it, yeah. But even some of those things that come from me, I still look for in my partner because I'm not always gonna have everything.
No.
So it's gonna be times where I am gonna need my partner to show up in those ways.
Yes.
And I will need somebody that is capable of that. Like as long as I know that you're capable at some point, I can figure it out when I need it. I can let you know when I need it. But yeah, I think in order to be monogamous, it has to be the right person.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody can be monogamous with everybody.
That's right.
Oh,
That's right.
Oh, that's a
Ooh.
true, right?
Listen,
good.
I need y'all. Did y'all hear that? Y'all need to put in the comments. Like, I need to know y'all heard that.
Say, rewind.
Rewind it because did y'all hear what Kai just said? Not everybody.
Say that, Drew. Just drop that, Drew. It's not everybody.
Not everybody can be monogamous with everybody.
That part.
So
That part.
is important.
What is that?
It is.
Discernment.
Survival of the fittest.
That part.
Fight to the death.
Okay. So, Cornika, thank you for joining in. Jamie, thank you for joining in. J-Ron, thank y'all for joining in tonight. So the third question, we're going to keep it moving.
Please.
Is, why do we love dysfunctional relationships?
Oh, chaos.
Behavior.
Mm.
Like, what is it about the aggression, I think, or what is it about the I don't want to say the T word, y'all.
Oh.
It's mentally stimulating.
Okay, so
That part.
and so for the people on here, y'all know I'm very big on positive. My platform, my podcast is all about positive, healthy relationships, right?
Yes.
But the things that get your blood blowing
Mm.
don't really come from positive behavior.
You know we love some drama.
Yeah. Why do we love drama? Why do we seek a little bit of that? And let's say this. So we meet a guy or a woman, or for say, whatever, we choose in here. Why is it that we love a little bit of drama? Toxic.
Mm.
Oh, you
Who
said
said
the
you
word.
said it?
Oh, that's the word. Said the word. So now it's out there.
It's out there.
It's out there. I'm not even use it because it's a trend.
I'm sorry. I feel different.
Okay, she said the word, so I'm gonna hit on it. Toxic. What is it about a dysfunctional relationship that makes our hearts just make out wet? Why? I mean, what is it?
It's
That's
our,
a therapist question.
that's our
That's
nervous
a-
therapist
system.
I just show up.
That's a very broad.
I just
See,
arrived.
Mr. Rod?
Yes.
I think
Because I feel like there are many different reasons as to why toxicness is attractive or why we.
Well, what? Give me one. I think like boss. Like, I don't know what it is. I know a man or woman can be bossed up, but without the toxic kind of sort of. But I think when I hear toxic, I think like I'm not good for you.
Oh. I have some opinions.
Go ahead.
Okay, so let's narrow it down. The question's too broad.
No, I gotta answer.
Okay,
go
yeah,
ahead.
go
I
ahead.
think that for me, when I have functioned in the T, sorry guys, I exposed the word. I thought we were saying trauma.
Dysfunctional.
That's my T word.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Too. I was like, okay, yeah, we
Yeah,
got
that's
The
my T word.
dysfunctional relationship.
Yeah.
It's because it allows me to remain emotionally unavailable.
Mm.
And so,
Such a therapist answer.
Answer, right?
Therapist answer.
Okay.
Such a
Right.
therapist answer.
You're right.
because if you're,
Oh, yes. Jamie said the sex is good with a
That's
toxic
what I
person.
say too. That was gonna be my answer.
Oh my goodness.
That's why I said
Connection.
it's different reasons. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yes.
not just like one thing. Like some people, they are in toxic situations because the dick be too bomb.
Oh, these
Other
bomb.
people, it's like toxic situation because this person has money and I don't have money and this person has money, so I
Take
need
care
this
of me.
person, right? Or you're just like you've
daddy
seen
mama.
toxicity your whole life, so
Yes.
that's what
You
you
know
think
better.
is
Yes.
It's
okay.
good.
And you might not even think that it's
No.
okay, but it's just
You
like
don't know any different.
No.
in the
Yeah.
that's all you know. So I mean,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna dial it back. We had Miss Juliet that said that it was your people are emotionally unavailable.
I was speaking from my person. When I function in toxic spaces, it's because it allowed me to stay emotionally unavailable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
And then we have Letty here that spoke on
Letty, who is
I
that?
call you
Lita.
Lita. I call you Letty all the time. You never said it.
If I'm
Lita.
cheating, you lady. We just going with it today.
I never call you that all the time.
You
You
got
never
new
said
names.
that.
Okay, sorry.
This
is-
Let's go.
This is
All right.
hilarious.
Period.
Key checking in.
Kai.
No, it's different.
Kai.
It's Kai.
Girl, I feel away. I'm not even gonna say names no more. It's all right.
I'm sorry.
We just met tonight. We don't really know each other. We ain't broke bread together.
Listen, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Okay, so that kind of spoke on it from, I would say
Yeah.
what I hear you saying is that there's a give and take there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gabriel said toxicity creates the need to be rescued.
Mm.
That was my
In
answer.
dysfunctional homes, and so we equate that to being normal, and
Yep.
peace seems like too good to be true.
That part.
Ooh.
So
Peace.
So I was
seems too good to be true.
gonna talk to that because
Yeah.
peace in your nervous system, if you're in this place where your nervous system is so used to being go, peace is uneasy.
Yeah.
And you look for that chaos. You look for that toxicity. You look for the something to just put a wrench in it. So that is a great point.
That's great.
Yeah.
That was, Thanks, Gabe.
When I operated in spaces that were toxic, it was more about my self-confidence, my worth of how I felt for myself. So if I didn't feel a certain way about my own self, then it didn't matter how someone treated me. This is all I can get.
Yep.
I better do the best that I can. But it was from a place of insecurity in myself that allowed it to get that way for me. And I didn't come from a bad home or any of that kind of stuff. It was great. It was just things I was dealing with within myself that just did not give me the confidence to feel like I was worth more than what I was getting.
Listen.
That thing flew around.
I
got real deep.
Let me get some light.
We got deep with
It's a
that one.
lighthearted one. We read it.
We read that one. Okay, so I got a lot of questions, but we're gonna just keep reading. So, do you think that effective communication plays a role in having that healthy relationship?
Ooh, yes.
God.
Yes. Please.
Water is wet.
So basically, the communication is just bottom
Yes.
line.
It's bottom line.
Please tell me the things you are insecure about, you're nervous about, you're scared about, so I can share the things that I'm nervous about, scared about, because that will just. When I say juices be flowing,
Yeah. But some people don't feel that it's safe to share.
Right.
So even in outside of our sexual or our regular relationships, we don't feel safe to share. So how do you get to a place where you feel like it's safe to share?
your environment.
Communicate.
Yeah.
Because communicating is sharing.
Yes.
Right? And it's not just for women, but also the men out here, which is the number one complaint that we get is that the number one complaint that we get is like, I don't have a space to be vulnerable. You know, you're not man enough. That's not big dick energy. You know, like all the things that we as women really do complain about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, he beta, or you know, which you hear a lot. So we want communication,
Right.
But do we?
Yes. Yes, very much.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I think we often think we know how to communicate better than we do.
Ooh,
Yes.
Say that again. Some people in the
I think
back.
women, we often think we communicate better
Better
than
than
we
we
do. We're
do.
horrible communicators.
Very horrible because we don't communicate effectively.
No.
We do communicate, but the expectation
Yes.
for what we feel like you should be receiving is
Oh my
not
gosh,
what we're
it's so
communicating.
different. We're like
You know what I'm saying?
communicating.
I'm
you're
walking
like,
in the room and I have my mouth closed. I'm expecting you to understand that I'm going through something.
The expectation.
expectation.
It's the expectation of what we're communicating.
Yeah.
I think women have a great communication tool. We are very dramatic. You automatically know when something's going on with us. It doesn't matter, good or bad. Women are very expressively communicative people. The expectation
Of what
we feel like other people should know about our communication is where it's messed up.
I agree.
Yeah, because I think we have a challenge hearing.
Oh yeah, we're not good
And
listeners
so
at all.
we share a lot of
Listeners
listeners.
for men or each other?
Not we.
Well, I think in our partnerships and in our friendships even,
Yeah.
you know, when we're talking about relational intimacy, I think, especially when we dealt with some form of trauma,
Yes.
we often don't understand how we live in the space of our trauma. And so we don't communicate effectively in the space of friendships or romantically. So we're talking to you and we're expecting you to understand and to hear us and to connect with us. And we're expecting you to get all of this in this moment. We haven't really said a lot because we're also emotionally unavailable, so we're not communicating everything.
Right.
And so
That we thinking in our head.
yeah, we think
Yes.
you get it all. I know that's been me. I'd be like, you should know because I was
I done told
having
you.
damn thing.
Expectation. We expect people
Yeah.
to know. If I say that's green, you may see that, but you may not. You may see that as coral blue.
Yeah.
The expectation for you to see, for me, it is not up to me to expect you to understand. It is up to me to communicate effectively so you don't have to assume
Right.
what I'm thinking, saying, or what I'm trying to communicate to you.
Yeah.
And we often put that blame on other people. It's not their fault. We have to be the ones to put it out there how we want people to get it.
For me, I think it's hard to step aside from that because of the way I grew up. I grew up with an emotionally unavailable mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I had to read her emotions.
Yes.
I had to
Yes.
survive.
Yes.
And so now I
get
expect people in my life
To be able to read you.
read my emotions
Yep.
because I've done that and I would do that for them.
Yep.
And so it's hard to draw the line without knowing that about yourself.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
That sounds very healed. I like that.
Everybody just got so soft with us.
I'm the doula. That's what I'm
So when we talking about communication, we're just talking about on that just regular effective way. But why is it that we can communicate about everything but our own orgasms?
Ooh, hold up
That's
now.
good. I don't have that problem, so I'm going to say
I think a big part of it is I'm teaching, and I say that like being a sexual educator.
Yeah.
It ain't, people think that it's age. Oh, when you're 16, 18,
Nope.
no.
You're
I
supposed to
know,
know.
I know grown women that are like, so you don't squirt from your, no, that's not even in that area, like, so like women that just don't communicate about their big O's. Like, how do you supposed to communicate that you're not being sexually satisfied?
Because I don't think, and I know, because I work in the sexual realm too with people. They don't know their bodies. Education is a huge component. You would think that we would at some point have known what this is supposed to do, the clitoris, no, people don't know what's going on down there to be able to then say this isn't going on, right? When you think of religion, when you think of even early initiation into sexual activity, people are just doing some of the same stuff they've been doing for a while.
I was gonna say, like, we never had sex ed in school,
Yeah.
and like that was not a thing.
And when we did, it
No.
was like,
home with a little baby.
that's it. That's it.
No.
Don't get pregnant.
We didn't even get that.
Really?
No,
Wow.
we did not get
We
none
at
of
least
that.
got the little crying
No,
baby.
baby,
I got the
no.
crying
We
baby.
asked, and they was like, no.
Wow.
Jamie
Right.
said
But
because-
we did plan a wedding.
Hold on, how you planning the wedding before you see I got problems?
I did
I
that
had
too,
so many
actually.
issues.
But I had the whole thing. Jamie said because some people feel like it's something bad, so they don't talk about it at all.
Yeah.
That's right. So that's shame.
Sex
Shame.
Yeah.
The
Women
shame.
have
a lot of shame.
A lot of
I don't
shame.
think
A lot of
shame.
shame,
Education.
Yeah.
Education is big.
Yep.
As well as knowing, like touching.
Touching.
I think that's the shame
Looking.
part.
The shame.
Because you were never taught that as kids.
You were actually
your
told
mom
no.
never sits there and tells you, play with yourself,
Yeah.
feel your
Church
coochie.
told me
Right.
masturbation
Yes.
was wrong.
Make
How
sure.
does it
Church
stimulate?
told you.
Masturbation was
Church
wrong.
told you masturbation is wrong.
Yes.
They do
Yeah.
tell you that.
They do.
When we got
It's not
vaginal
past tense. They
atrophy
still-
going on, like
Would you say
Absolutely.
vaginal atrophy, if you don't use it, it can shrink up.
What's it
Trust
called?
me.
So you saying for the people on this live,
Yes.
Right, I didn't know what you
that
said.
if you don't
Miss Rose?
have sex,
I need a drink on that one too.
I'm finna say, wait a minute.
Fill
So
us
let's
all
wind
up.
that thing back.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
So if you
So-
don't use it, you lose it.
So it's
Really?
right. There's clitoral atrophy.
welcome.
There's vaginal atrophy. There's vulvar atrophy. Yes.
Yes.
If you don't use it, stimulate it.
use it.
It needs blood flow.
Girl, you see my face?
You know,
right
okay,
now?
so you know what's really funny?
Yeah.
Have you ever been online or whatever and then you see like an advertisement or somebody talking about like a sex toy and then
Yes.
there are men commenting like, oh, that's why your vagina is gonna lose feeling and
Shame. Shame.
I just went through that.
Yes.
Let me
First of
speak
all,
on this.
I'm
Press time out.
Uh-oh.
Y'all know. So y'all know I do parties, and for the people that don't know that, Saduri and Nita's Love Experience is where I do
Yes.
home adult parties, right? And one of my parties, this guy
You want some?
Yes, please.
really was against toys for that reason. He was very speaking to where, when she uses so much, whatever, it takes away the stimulation. It takes
From
away
who?
the
Me or you? Because how you know that?
Because you don't
I'm
have
sorry.
one.
Oh my
Right.
God.
He got a back door coochie.
That's what that is.
He was hurt. So that was actually a conversation that came up was like I feel like it takes away. I feel like they want to be in control of everything. You know what I told him? I said, to be honest with you, 80% of women really need clitoral stimulation
They do.
to
Yeah.
even have an orgasm.
Yep.
So it don't matter what you do, you
Right.
still have to go back to that place. And if you're tired of your overwork, then these women lay there unsatisfied.
Yes.
Unsatisfied
Not
because they're not getting what they need in
You
the
are
bedroom.
selfish.
Because it's like, well, I'm gonna use this, and it's so if you get in, and let's be honest, guys, on average it takes y'all 30 seconds to 2 minutes to 3 minutes, unless there's some issue going on to get there. Women need 12 to 24 minutes to be sexually aroused. That's a long time. So by the time they're sexually aroused, you're done and you're going to sleep. That leaves a lot of women unsatisfied. So toys, I tell people all the time, it's like, ice cream. Like your sex is supposed to be ice cream, right?
Yeah.
And then toys and things that you put on there, it's like the sprinkles and all the good stuff that you put on top.
Yes.
If you like Oreos, add some extra Oreos, add some whipped cream.
Listen.
And that's what sex toys do to the bedroom.
Yes.
Because by the time you're reaching your peak, she's just laying there.
Jamie said toys make it better for real, but men are scared because they feel short, like they can't make you happy.
Oh.
But that goes back
That's a
to
valid point.
that goes back to what we just
Happy
were talking
as
about,
in,
though.
like,
Satisfied.
because if I'm happy, then I'm happy. Like, does it really matter how we got there? Like,
Source of all things. That's
you can sourcefully buy me this toy. Like, what you talking about? You can sourcefully
You
like.
can use the toy, help me out a little bit, and then we'll both get there faster.
I think there's an overuse of the toy.
You think we overuse our toys?
No. I'm not saying we overuse it. But I'm thinking, I believe there is a place where you can overuse.
Yes.
Just like you can overuse porn, you can overuse masturbation.
Correct.
You can do anything to the extreme.
Correct.
And then lettuce. Food, you can
overuse
overuse
that.
it. And so when you overuse it though,
Yeah.
you put your body in a position to where he can't please you.
That's right.
Or your partner can't please you.
Right.
Because the stimulation has come from something that he
Cannot
has to
do.
learn how to do.
He cannot do.
Can't do.
Sometimes the vibration cannot. But I also think that we have to remember that women, it is not about the sexual act. It is about the intimacy that is created to stimulate them.
Thank you.
The 1,000 million nerves on the clitoris, the 1,000.6 million nerves on the
Nipple.
nipple,
Yes.
the belly
Powerful.
button area, all of those
Yes.
things. So women,
The
and
erogenous zone.
scientifically, it is not the motion of going in and out of my coochie. It is not just that motion. There are so many other things that are involved.
Yes.
Do you know why women can outlast men in a porn video? Because they're not. It takes them so long to come.
They're not there.
This is the reason why they can make porn movies.
Yeah.
They can do 6 scenes in one night, and the dude has to
Not
put a
6
band on and re-up his dick every single time. And a woman may only come in that climax at one time. That one time. And
Well, some women can come multiple.
they can multiple times, but I'm saying they need a stimulation outside of just the sexual act. And I think that's a lot of times where we get the intimacy and the toys and those kind of things. They bring some more stimulation so the man doesn't have to stimulate in every aspect for a long period of time.
Well,
Yes.
can I say one more thing?
Yes.
Well, why? I feel like, I mean, even if the statistics shows that you only last for 2 minutes,
Yeah.
work on that. Like, to me, like this.
That's one part of you
That's right. That's only
Yeah.
one part.
And you have the ability to sustain that. You have the ability to allow that to last a little longer. And I think that in intimate connections, there's more of a commitment
Yes.
than I don't want there to be an outgiven because that is statistics.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You have the ability, because you love your partner, to show up. Take your time.
And I'll speak to that.
Show up.
And
This is
take
my
your
quote.
time.
Show up in the bedroom.
Because
Show
that
up.
is truly
Be
like,
present.
I'm working with a male right now with premature ejaculation. He wants to show up longer. He notices that this is something that he wants for his partner.
Yeah.
And so I can help you with that.
And she take care of credit. Get the hell with it.
Okay. So go ahead.
I didn't know you did that. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I said, okay, bitch. All right. Coming up.
Okay, so the next question that we got before we still got a little bit. Love and jealousy.
Yeah.
Let's get on
Y'all are
this.
quiet?
Everybody got quiet.
I'm a jealous
So,
person.
Jealousy.
And I'm not, and I get in trouble for not being.
Do y'all think that having jealousy in the relationships is healthy or
So-
unhealthy?
You said for you?
Me personally. If it's not a little bit of jealousy, like, why are you not afraid to lose me?
Oh.
You know, like, why?
Is that what jealousy means?
That's so
Yeah, I
think that's
toxic.
Yes. Okay.
Screaming. She said that.
I'm sorry.
We had on y'all. We got
Who
some
said-
comments. So wait, let me get that.
Oh, sorry. I skipped that one and then I didn't see that one.
Okay, so Jamie says some women don't know. Where I went? Some women don't know. Is it moving? Is it just me?
No, it's moving on you.
Okay,
It's moving
Some
on you.
women don't know how to use them to make sex fun. Talking about sex
Toys.
toys.
Okay.
And then Jamie said, LOL, it's not lick it, rub it, hell, even talk to this. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Talk to it.
Talk to this cat, let me know I'm throwing it back right.
Okay.
Communicate.
Reciprocate and communicate.
Don't
Terry
over
Hopper said
communicate, though.
facts to something that you said. I don't remember.
Yeah.
2 minutes ago.
Oh my goodness.
So how can I get a man who claims like he don't eat it, get him to enjoy it more?
That's a valid question.
How do, okay, say that one more
So
time.
Okay, so how do I get a man who claims he
So
doesn't
don't
eat it to enjoy giving?
You get another one.
That's hard to do.
And then tell him about that one.
Because maybe
Because it
I
might
let
be
him
too
run the
hard.
jealousy.
It's too hard.
It's
Yeah,
funny
we
to
had to
me.
segue.
It's funny to me when I meet people that kind of open like, oh, I don't do that. I just be like, oh,
Do you?
is that okay?
We're not equally.
There's people that don't.
We're not equally
We're
yoked.
not equally
She
yoked.
said we're not equally yoked. I'm not with it.
I'll be honest.
So we're gonna move on.
I was
to the
like,
next question.
Cause like I taste good. You don't
Jamie
taste it.
also said
It was a typo.
something. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
never deleted that one.
That was good. Everybody said, move on. You're not equally yoked.
Okay, and now into jealous.
Now we're gonna go on into jealousy and love. So, as she said, which was a good point. How if I'm not afraid of you, you're trying to say like,
Right. If
Yeah.
you're not afraid of losing me, how do I like? I'm not gonna say how do I know you love me,
you speak
That's
But
dramatic.
no,
but like,
but that's real.
how do I know?
Yeah.
You know, like why are you not? If somebody's talking to me and we in the club and you see him talking to me, why are you not looking like
get back.
right? You know,
Because
and then you don't know what's going on. You either need to be jealous or trying to protect me. One of the two.
Right.
so looking at the other side of that, why is that not the partner being secure in who you are and the commitment that y'all have made?
Don't be secure in me, child.
So and I only say this because I very much had that mentality. So I was like, "Ooh, that's toxic." I don't work through that.
I ain't made it yet, girl. I'm still there.
Because truly, that's showing I trust you. I trust that you're having this conversation with this other person, and that doesn't mean you want to sleep with them, right? Being a bisexual woman, I could talk to a woman, a man, whomever, and then it's like, oh, do you like them? Like, you know, but having a partner who trusts that I'm just truly interested in being this person's friend, and I can have these conversations, and you're not gonna be like, oh, snatching me up. You need to get out this, you know.
So jealousy don't always have to look like that, though.
No, it don't.
And it don't. I'm not even asking for extreme jealousy. Just
Okay.
something like, who was that you was talking? You know, like something
Yes.
like acknowledge that you saw me talking to somebody else. You know, like just a little toxic. But I get what you're saying.
How
You're
else
right,
could you
too.
get your validation then?
I mean, other ways, but that's how I want it in that moment.
Why you therapizing me right now?
I'm sorry, you're right. I'm not
She
there.
said I could speak my mind.
You are. This is a safe space. This is a safe
Another part
space.
of jealousy and
Yeah.
love is they
Yes.
talk about these polyamorous relationships,
I should let you be lost.
three-way relationships, or in multiple relationships, and the reason why they are so successful is because jealousy doesn't exist. You know,
Uh-oh, Julia got face. Ooh.
Does it not?
That's what they say. In order for those relationships to get to that peak, to be at that place where you can share that space with someone else, it has to be, I would say, a level of communication, definitely, and like jealousy cannot thrive there.
I don't know.
I think that it's important to define jealousy.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's
I
was
think
pulling
that too,
that.
because it looks so different,
Yeah.
and everyone is stimulated to jealousy by different things. And what we're talking about is the situations that stimulate each one of us,
So
not the
love.
feeling,
Yeah.
So
not
love.
what our reaction is to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Because whatever it is, it's your reaction, it's your expectation, not necessarily what stimulates you. Because what makes me jealous may not make you and your man jealous.
Right.
Or like her level of jealousy. But
Right.
we all have experienced the emotion of jealousy.
And this says feeling or showing suspicion of someone's unfaithfulness in a relationship.
Wow.
Fiercely protective or vigilant of one's rights or possessions.
Yeah.
Feeling or showing envy of someone or their achievements. I don't want to be suspicious of you.
No.
Me either.
No.
Okay.
I don't think.
I don't wanna be
and which
envy.
one you hit
Yeah.
was feeling jealous of someone's achievement.
That's why I don't want to be envy.
No.
Those are all forms of jealousy, though. Remember?
They are.
So
Different
you can,
forms.
Yeah, that's what I say.
I'm not that.
I hear you
No, no,
saying
no.
Yeah.
I'm
You
more
don't need that.
possessive. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Like-
mine. Get
like-
away from mine.
But you to claim
Like
me.
you the one.
Yeah.
that
Come rip me up by my wings.
I believe that's what I had just said.
I'm just talking to him, babe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Then we go home and use some of the toys.
Oh,
It's just full circle.
Full circle.
He said, "Do we get to ask questions?"
Yes, please. Put them
feel
on in
free
there.
To drop a question on this live.
Yes.
If you have it, go ahead and drop it.
Yes.
So, okay, we talked about jealousy. Okay, let's talk about sexual confidence.
Y'all are quiet.
I got that.
Let's get into it.
Listen.
I think that's what she wrote was the difference between sexual confidence and sexual well-being. I'm a big person on both.
Different.
I love going out and just being in my sexual element. I like to dress up. That was one of my biggest things why I started into the industry that I'm in. Is because after such a horrible divorce, like let's just be honest, like horrible, like y'all, I needed a place to be beautiful.
Yeah.
I needed a place to feel good about myself. Yep. So it wasn't necessarily sexual confidence. It kind of tied into my sexual well-being, how I felt about my body, how I felt in my nude, in my vulnerability, in my nakedness, and so I started chair teasing. It was one of my first classes that I taught.
What's chair teasing?
Chair teasing is when you have the chair and you learn how to move around in a dance or like a sexual seductive way. And it was very, it kind of awakened something inside of me. But just to see myself on video and see the confidence and having the girls like, yeah, girl. I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It did a lot for me.
Yeah.
So sexual confidence is really big, especially after children.
Yes.
I'm looking at you. So even after children or after breakups and divorce, like how do you get back to that sexual confidence? Or do we ever lose it? I have lost it before.
It gets hidden, I think. I do think sometimes it can get hidden.
Between work, job,
oh, absolutely, because it's not a priority, right? You have so many other things that are taking priority and you forget yourself. And so, like, the charities, and for me, it was pole dancing. Okay. Right? Like, when I see myself on video, I'm like, ooh, girl. Like, it's the same thing, but feeling so good in what you're doing and so confident in it and being like, I am a goddess. Right. Like, you don't want this? But that gives you so much ability to go out and do so much, just clears up so much space for you. So it definitely gets lost. It definitely gets hidden. And you have to find that thing, and it might be, right, pole dancing, charities, and maybe a little too risque for you, but it could be that really cute outfit that's been in the back of your closet that you're like, I'm just waiting for the right moment, right? Something like that to get yourself dressed up in, to just bring back your sensuality, your sexuality for yourself. Yeah. Especially those moms out there, I'm speaking, I'm looking into doing a hot moms class. I want all the hot mommies out. Like, let's get up, let's get dressed up, let's get some makeup on, let's do something and talk, in that era, because there's so much that comes with having children and being a mom, and you're constantly pouring into things and people, or having a baby and getting stretch marks and your titties don't sit up like they used to. And, you don't feel good. You may go to the store with a bonnet on and a t-shirt because you got to get back to the house. You got to take care of the kids. You got to do so much. So I think sexual confidence kind of dwindled. We kind of, you don't mean to lose it. You just look around one day and be like, damn, when was I got dressed up?
Nita, what did you say? You gave two definitions. You said self-confidence and what was the other one?
Sexual confidence and sexual well-being.
Tell me tell me the difference.
The difference. I would say sexual confidence, a lot of people, and that's the thing, sexual confidence in the bedroom, like people think it's tied to how good you do it. How are you stroking left, right? Can you throw it back? That's how they, and that's, to me, it's also a way of expressing, right, sexual confidence. Like, in the bedroom, you can be highly confident. But I think when it comes to this well-being, that's how you feel about your sexual self. Or do you think that's not?
I wanted to hear it because, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, yeah.
I was hearing it because I was trying to understand how I wanted to respond, Because I think that, of course, a lot of my sexual confidence and trauma in the space of understanding it is coming in the space of religion. And it's a duplicity in understanding, the complex understanding of how do I understand my sexual confidence in the dark and in the light. And the light, right? Okay. And so that's why I wanted to understand what you were defining so I could let it resonate, marinate, and see what I felt about it.
Yeah.
But you just said sexual confidence in the dark.
Yes.
But, everybody like a little reveal. I don't know about something. You want to go, you want to put a little lingerie on, you want to, we all do it, right?
I can't even stay on it.
So sexual confidence, and then the sexual well-being. So do any of you ladies do anything right now to kind of keep that up and rolling?
Well, I look at myself in the mirror naked.
Ooh,
I
yes.
I do that too. Every day I
A
look
little
at myself
shade.
in naked. At the end of my day, I look at myself naked, and I try to imagine if I was being intimate with someone, what I want them to do to me.
Okay.
And so that's how I learn about myself as
That
well.
sounds like stress.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'll be like,
That sounds like stress.
Why?
yourself in that way.
Okay, so my mind would go all the way like, now I want some.
Oh.
No, mine doesn't
Putting
go that
you in
far.
that
Okay.
Yeah, like I
Put that
don't.
right
That sounds like.
that's
Oh, you don't
different
work
for
yourself
Sound like
up. I
stress.
see.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
made the script. Let me go find some.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm single.
Now we're here.
So I'm a little more used to it the other way. And this dick is not readily available.
Okay.
So I'm definitely not going to deprive myself of the pleasure of learning and being with myself because I don't have the dick available. You know, I want to be in a monogamous relationship, and while I'm virtually dating, of course, but I have to make sure I keep everything stimulated so that when
we
it
don't
does
have
come, I am
the
still
atrophy.
ready.
Ooh.
Atrophy
I love this
happening.
moment.
Exactly.
circle.
So I think that's what sexual well-being is.
Yes.
It is not only just feeling good about yourself, but taking care of yourself so that those sexual experiences can continue to be pleasurable. You know, making sure you tidied up, or you know, you're keeping all the things tight, and you gotta use them.
Flexible,
Right.
tight, you know,
Relax.
stimulating,
Relax.
relaxed. Listen, I was like, y'all just,
Right.
that's
So
how I know
think
y'all
that-
my friends.
To me, that's what I would define sexual well-being. The sexual confidence part is being able to look at myself in the mirror and be okay with me sitting butt naked, and knowing that I feel confident that if I was in front of a man right now and I was butt naked, I wouldn't have to be in the dark.
Oh.
That would be my sexual confidence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Butt naked, titties everywhere, no nail polish. I would feel like, and that's what I do when I get home from work every day. So I don't have to feel like I have to dress up to get there either.
Okay.
I love that you said that. Like, and I think it just comes down. When I'm with a lot of my clients, a lot of guys are like, "She's beautiful to me," and the women don't. You know,
They don't
it's
know
not
that.
really so much as a male thing. Men don't they might question a little bit when they come to the bathroom, but like how they feel about themselves. Like, there's not a lot that just beat themselves up the way that women. It's not beautiful women. Beat themselves up. Like, we will tear ourselves down. Like, can you see this flower? You know, and it's just like, why don't we pour more into our sexual confidence? I know it comes with, we talk a lot about sex shame.
Yeah.
But, you know, being, coming in and just wearing it.
And thanking the body. Can I say this one thing? When I get in the mirror, I thank it. Thank these breasts for nourishing my child.
Ooh.
Thank this something.
I need to do that.
Right.
Listen,
What do the people without kids do?
yes.
Just thank you for
I'll
being
hold
there.
it to you.
Yes.
Thank our butt for keeping us steady, holding our posture. Thank you. Thank you, body.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Affirm.
Keeping my back straight.
I love that.
affirmation.
Yes.
I absolutely love
I
that.
love that.
Sexual affirmations. You should
You
come
need to
up
post
with
that.
that.
We need
Yes.
to do it.
We need to do
throwing
that.
in
Let me
some
hear,
sexual
folks. Like, y'all put in the comments,
affirmations.
sexual
Ooh.
affirmations. Like, I need to see.
Put some sexual
Yes.
affirmations out there,
Look
guys.
in the
What
mirror
do
and
you
thank
affirm
her.
Thank
when it
you.
comes to
Thank
your
the stretch marks.
sexuality?
Thank
What
you.
is it? You know,
'Cause
what
I
are you
do-
going to affirm over the next 30 days to
Ooh.
build the confidence in your sexual awareness? Make an affirmation for your sexual self, no matter what it is. That's a good idea.
I'm about to start thanking some body parts because, I do mirror work with people. We look at the vulva, we look at things, but we don't be thinking it. But we about to start thinking it. Y'all, my patience, you can, Juliet done put it in my head, so it's about to happen now. Then we about to talk to it.
Okay. And you said vulva, some people might not know what that is.
Oh, yes, y'all. That's the outside of the vagina. Y'all be thinking the vagina is all of it. It's the outside part with the lips,
Where is the chart so that you can
She
point?
got that thing I saw on your post.
Literally just the whole thing.
I should have, y'all.
Pizza.
They know I usually have my model. I usually have it, and I left it at home. I left it at home today. I was trying to be good, but I just need to have it in my bag.
I wish you had it right now so you could pull out.
Oh, and I would.
Vagina.
I would. I sure would. We would spread some things.
It's getting out of hand.
Oh my God.
It's getting
So,
out of hand.
y'all thank you for tuning in.
So serious.
We gonna end with the spread, y'all.
Yeah.
No, we're not. We're not stopping there.
As you should. You should look at it. From a very young age, I was looking at it.
Yeah.
Yes. As you,
Okay, we're done.
So, once again, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. We talked about a lot of things, and I'm telling you, I enjoyed this podcast. So once again, I want to have them to introduce their names and how to find them on social media.
yes.
So we'll start with JQ this time.
Okay, hey guys, my name is JQ. You can find me on all socials at JQUENOW.
Okay. Dr. Sharose, you can find me on socials, Instagram at Your Pelvic Ally, Facebook, Rose Pelvic Physiotherapy. It's a lot, y'all. They definitely gonna drop it on the chat for you. But yeah, pelvic floor physical therapy and business coaching.
I'm Kai. And I can be found on Instagram and TikTok at Kai.thedoula. And my website is mvkbirthing.com. I'm sorry, Kai.
I won't forget it.
It's okay. My sister-in-law calls me Key too. I don't know if it's a joke at this point. It's whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead, Lita. I mean, Leroy. What's your name?
Lady.
Leah.
It was Lita. What's her other name?
Lady.
Look like
I see you so over here. Hey, lady.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Your alter ego.
Okay. Chelsea. That's my name. AKA Lita. It's okay. But Instagram, The Lock Magician, Huntsville, HSV. And Facebook, Lita Allen McNair.
And my name is Juliet Wise. I'm a sex trauma intimacy therapist. You can find me on Facebook at one.juliet.wise. That's Instagram. That's the Instagram.
Yeah.
One.juliet.
We're gonna have to drop that for y'all too.
And then on Facebook, you find me at Journey to New Beginnings Counseling. You Google it. I'm your cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot to mention earlier, I'm also a keynote speaker, so invite me to speak to your women.
Period.
Yes. And
So we're gonna drop they're all gonna get on afterwards and drop their information so y'all can find them.
yes.
So everybody's on this podcast that my friends have brought in. I'm Nita. I am your certified loveologist, relationship coach, intimacy, and master sex coach. So thank y'all so much for joining the Red Room Talk Adult Fun Factory. Yeah. We had a great time tonight, and so this is our first one. So if you didn't catch the full footage, it will be published on YouTube at Love CEO. And we will have it also on the Spotify. I'm going to upload it to there. So thank you so much for joining tonight. And y'all silly because I done cried. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great day.
Bye.